Hello everyone, Wade Willis here for Wade's Star Wars Reviews. Talking to you guys today about Episode 2 of Season 2 for The Mandalorian, titled The Passenger. Now, this was one of the strangest Mandalorian episodes by far. This episode had a perfect balance of pacing, suspense, plot, and humor. Great episode, but very strange nevertheless. I don't list it as like one of the top 3 episodes, but it was pretty good. Overall, I laughed a ton in it. They have somehow found a way to make Baby Yoda even cuter. I don't quite understand how that was possible, but they've done it. Now, before I go any further, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. I'll be covering The Mandalorian, other Star Wars reviews, and I do anime reviews as well. And if you like the video, leave a like. This episode starts off with something I did not expect to see in Star Wars. Someone pulling the rope in front of a motorcycle, to trip someone, but they use it on the speeder bike. And they're trying to essentially rob the Mandalorian. And I think I don't know if the goal was to actually steal Baby Yoda as well, because they said let's go grab the child. I don't know if they could just tell it was a child or what was going on there, but they knew he was coming, so I'm unsure of why they were set up there. Maybe we will learn later on how they knew he was coming through that way and all of that stuff. And Mando, even though he's outnumbered, he does pull through he always does, and trades the guy the jetpack for Baby Yoda, who he took hostage, and not a good look for that guy. And Mando makes the guy fly up in the air with the jetpack. He falls to his death, and then the jetpack just lands perfectly. Pretty funny, even though a bad guy died. It was still pretty funny how it happened. And Mando meets up with the bad perm lady. She lets him know that she has someone that she really trusts that can get him to more Mandalorians. We find out that she's known this frog lady for, I believe, 10 minutes. So, kind of funny how that happened. But I don't believe that we learn this frog lady's name. She's just referred to as Frog Lady or the Passenger virtually throughout the whole episode. And the catch in this is that they can't go through hyperspace because she has all these unfertilized eggs that will die if they go through hyperspace. And this obviously makes things exponentially more dangerous for Mando, the child, and the passenger. She wanted to protect her eggs. Now, I don't think she calculated in that Baby Yoda was going to really like these eggs. And this is one of the... It was funny, but also really strange that Baby Yoda was just obsessed with these eggs. I mean, he must have eaten about... It looks like by the end of the episode, he ate about half of them. And one of my friends thought this was hilarious, and they're like, he's so cute. And I'm like, yeah, he's eating away this poor frog lady's lineage. I laughed, but it wasn't that funny. The only person who could get away with it and be funny is Baby Yoda because he's so damn adorable. Then this is where it really picks up. These X-Wings are trying to kind of pull over Mando for normal terms, and he has warrants out, so he's trying to evade them. And then the rest of the episode is a chase scene, and it was incredibly suspenseful. I liked it a lot. Part of it, he's trying to flee from them. He ends up getting to the ice planet that we saw advertised in the original trailer, and eventually evades them. But things get worse. I would rather be found by the X-Wing pilots than what they accidentally found, which was a monster spider nest. These things were incredibly creepy. they were like Arctic spider things. Baby Yoda ate one of them, and I realized right away when I saw how the rocks were, I'm like, oh, those are eggs. And I knew we were in for probably a spider scene, and I was correct. Those things were super creepy, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked like spiders with like buttholes as mouths. I don't know if anyone else thought that, or it's just me because I'm a pervert, but that's what I thought. Very similar to like the Harry Potter spider thing. If you've seen one scene with someone running from a bunch of tiny spiders and some big ones, you've kind of seen them all. It was shot really well, tons of suspense. They almost escape, then the big one comes back, stops them, and who do you think they're saved by? The X-Wing pilots, who realize that yes, Mando did have a warrant, but he's also a pretty good dude and has done some pretty solid things, and they basically tell him like, hey, this is why we saved you. Now, get the hell out of here and don't create any more trouble. Yeah, overall, pretty good episode. Again, the egg thing was funny, and only Baby Yoda could get away with it. I don't know. The first time it was kind of funny, but the amount of times he ate them and then kept being told not to do it, I'm like, is Baby Yoda smarter than that, right? Like, I mean, he's 50. Come on, dude. Like, let's not do like a genocide on this lady's eggs. That would be positive in my opinion. Now, what do I think is going to happen next? Well, we already know that guy we saw at the end of last episode is Boba Fett. It is the actor that's supposed to play him. He's got to come in somehow. I don't know if we're going to get to him when they somehow go back to Tatooine, which I kind of hope that they stay away from Tatooine. I like when they spend time on different planets. But they're going to this area where there's supposedly more Mandalorians. Is this where we possibly see Sabine? Maybe we see some other Mandalorians. And here's my kind of wild shot in the dark. Now, this frog lady, the place that she found, the climate is perfect for like her species. Or her husband found it, I believe. And this climate is perfect for her species to be able to survive and flourish. And she's kind of like an amphibian type thing. Amphibian, like reptile hybrid thing. I'm thinking it would be really cool if we had an appearance by Bosk in this. And I haven't seen anything like that he's supposed to be in it. But if we're going to probably like a tropical type place, I can't remember the name of the planet they said. I know they didn't say Trandosha, which is where Bosk species are from. But I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we see him or some other Trandoshans, because I'm sure they would be able to live in this climate as well, being like reptile type beings. So that, and I really like Bosk. He's my favorite character to play with in he's my favorite character to play with in Battlefront 2. Really cool character. And I actually have some of the Bosk comics with Boba Fett. So I would be pumped if he was in this. And I don't know, like if the climate's perfect for those frogs, she didn't like the cold we could see. I think it would make sense if if maybe there's some Trandoshans there, and hopefully Bosk. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to be in the next episode? Are we going to see Sabine? Are we going to see Ahsoka? I think Ahsoka is probably episode 5 or 6 from what I heard. Are we going to see Boba Fett? Or maybe some other Mandalorians we've never seen? But my personal hope that we see Bosk. It will be very dangerous for them, because if you guys know anything about Bosk, he is a baller bounty hunter and he's very good at killing. So really interesting and dangerous character that I hope we get to see in the next episode. But yeah, guys, what did you guys think?